Okay, good. This is our classic pre-roll. Okay, Paul. As usual, there's the pre-roll, then there's the hello in various languages. We have then the backstage intro.
Yes.
We then have my second moderation. Well, let me kill. I have too many things here on. Let me just kill the sound here. Very good that we have a pre-roll. Okay, because otherwise I'm having the bing, bing, bings. Yeah, okay. Then we have the book video. We have the Dana Gillespie video, the trivia, and at the end, don't forget the emails, okay? Are you ready, darling?
I'm ready. Everything is quick.
Okay, do you need a testing? Test 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yes, please. So, one more time, please.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1,
yes,
2.
Thank you.
Okay, that was close. I also might be here, but a little bit more back, but you have to adjust it. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we know that you hear us. We have the classic pre-roll because Paul is sitting in Vienna. I'm sitting in Miami Beach. And in 33, 2, 1, 30 seconds, RUDI Backstage starts. And we are excited because we have a great show. And I hope that slowly but surely, of course, you can also watch it on my YouTube channel, Rudi Dolletzals Doro TV. It's actually better, I think, because if we are longer, then you're not cut off. Now, okay, Paul, let's do this. 6, 5, 4, 3. Buonasera, amici miei italiani, e buonasera a tutti I fans. Benvenuti al mio programma RUDI Backstage. Questo sarà una dynamite show, uno spettacolo esplosivo. Vi voglio bene. Please mute yourself, dear Paul. And then we have bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Je suis en temps. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Tous mes amis et fans. Oh my God. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Tous mes amis et fans français. Sorry. Bienvenue dans mon émission RUDI Backstage. Restez avec moi. Ça va être de la dynamite. Je vous aime. And then, of course, I say hello. You know that I don't really speak those languages very well, but I want to make a gesture to my Italian and my French, as well as to my English and German and Spanish followers and friends. Hello from here. It is my office here in Miami. And of course, I also have the different glasses because the reading glasses are for the reading. And I hope you enjoy it. Auch meine Damen und Herren, schönen guten Abend, muss ich ja sagen, guten Abend in Deutschland, Österreich und der Schweiz. Es ist wieder hier aus meinem Büro in Miami. Das Bild können wir ein bisschen noch verbessern. Ja, genau. Ich freue mich, dass Sie bei mir auf Besuch sind. Wir sind hauptsächlich Englisch, aber ich habe dazwischen auch immer wieder deutsche Sachen. Und wir haben eine interessante Show heute vorbereitet. Und buenas noches a todos mis amigos españoles y a todos los fans. Bienvenido a mi programa RUDI Backstage. Esto será una dinamite show, un espectáculo explosivo. And now it really starts, Paul. Backstage.
You wanna know what goes on backstage? Oh, come on. Let me take you by the hand. Ow!
Rudy, are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen!
The way I see it, Barry, this should be a very dynamite show.
You know, I have no idea what the name of this program is, but you're watching it.
All you ever want,
Backstage.
all you ever ever need.
Backstage.
Your dreams will be fulfilled once you are there. You'll never wanna leave. You wanna sell your ass for that backstage pass. Backstage is just for the invited. Backstage, they've laid on everything.
Know, of course, that all the pictures that you see in this intro not only filmed by me, but I worked with all those artists one way or the other, documentary, music videos, or live concerts. And fans of the program of Rudy Backstage on YouTube Live or Insta Live also know that the singer of that song is the wonderful Dana Gillespie, long-term girlfriend of certain Mr. David Bowie. At that time, he was called David Jones. And she sings the title track that we wrote together a long time ago. And we have a little video greeting of her from London, because what I'm doing these days for the Rudy Backstage is I'm inviting friends. You know, there was one thing was from Opus, and there will be other things, or maybe Bruce Springsteen or Keith Richards or what have you, to do little videos and send them so I can show them to you. Little special videos just for the program. That's a new idea. And Dana is going to make something here. Of course, we have trivia. A lot of people were participating. We have news regarding my book, of course. And we have also something that I want to make you aware. This was an award, a very special award that I received for Freddie Mercury, The Untold Story. It's here. And it was from a certain Mr. Roger Ebert, who had the famous thumbs up. It is actually a replica of his actual thumb. Mr. Ebert, unfortunately, Roger, who was a good friend of mine, he passed. And these days was his birthday. So he was, I think, one of the best film critics that America ever had. He also was a Pulitzer Prize winner. And this award, which is very, very heavy, is actually done by the same company who do the Oscars. And I had the big honor to win this award for The Untold Story, Freddie Mercury, The Untold Story, together with the very famous German director Werner Herzog. And if you don't know him, he lives in Los Angeles, Hollywood for many years. Google him. He has some fantastic films that he did. I admire his work, and he's a really great colleague and friend. So, but the main thing of today's show, as I told you already in all the pre-announcements, is actually you guys. The main thing is your questions. There's so many that I'm absolutely sure, and I have to apologize right at the beginning. Let me put this here. That I'm not gonna can do all of them, but they will be answered. So because I make a complete list, and I have an angel. Oh, by the way, thank you, angel. That which of the many questions I answered and which are still to be answered. So none of the questions are lost. So even if you send it now recently and it's not in this show, it will be answered. Okay, here we go. Let's jump into it. This is your show, darlings. Maud Tranvan or Tranvan of France says, or asks, how was Freddie as a host? I mean, how did he behave when you were at Garden Lodge? And was Garden Lodge a pleasant house? Well, Freddie was a really great host at home. Garden Lodge was, as you know, his late home. There was also a home, or what he called home sometime in Munich, Germany. And before that, there was another London home where this was the first one I got to know. Freddie was a great host, and the Garden Lodge was actually a really, really nice place. Because so many people are asking about Garden Lodge and all that, what I have decided to do is, in my book that's almost finished, My Friend Freddie, I will have a drawing of what Freddie called the sitting room, which was the main room. Why? Because quite a few of the chapters describe things that happened in Garden Lodge where I was present. And when I then say, yeah, we were at the couch, or we were watching television there, or we were in the kitchen, I want you guys, when you read the book, to have an idea where was what. Also, there was very, very interesting pieces of furniture from all around the world. And they either had names or Freddie gave them names. So that's an extra. And a certain Mr. Peter Freestone, hi Peter, was so kind because he lived there with Freddie and Giovanelli and Jim Hutton for many years. He is so kind and helps me to do it accurate, because I don't want to do it out of my memory and then something is wrong. So this is going to be approved. Okay, the next question. Swahili is the official language spoken in Zanzibar, okay? Did Freddie ever say sentences in his original language? Did you remember it? I have to say I don't know. He never spoke to me in Swahili. As you might know, for the Untold Story, where I got, thankfully, the film got many awards, including Grammy, etc. I was going there to Zanzibar, and there was not even a plaque at the time that said, here is the little island where one of the greatest musicians or rock stars of the world was born. In my film, I was criticizing that. And as far as I know, there is now, I think, even a museum and some official things there. What is funny about Zanzibar is if you look at the older books on Freddie, there was always a photograph of the house where he was born. And when I was there, this is typically Rudy, I was researching this, and I had the last two relatives of Freddie, an uncle and an aunt. They're also in Untold Story, an interview. They told me this is not the house where Freddie was born. And they were leading me to the actual house where Freddie was born, which I filmed and which is in my movie. But it's typical. If you are buying a lot of Freddie Mercury books, and Queen fans, of course, often do, the first guy who was there took a photograph because somebody said, this is the house where Freddie Mercury was born. Not researching it, not double checking it, not like Rudy saying, okay, I want to have some proof. Is it really the house where Freddie's born? And all the other people who then wrote books on Freddie, and most of them have never met Freddie. This is why I'm writing a book. Just took this photograph and put it in their books, and so it was reply again and again and again, copied, and it was wrong. It was not that I'm happy to prove somebody wrong, but it's simply a fact. Okay, Jackie Deseveuve, she's from Canada, I know that. I would love to have one of your Doro t-shirts. Oh, here we go. What a coincidence. I haven't pre-read this because spontaneous is always the best. Would it be possible able to buy one? Yeah, I tell you something. I will soon have a Doro t-shirt collection in various colors: black, dark blue, I think red, and maybe white. I mean, write me what you would like to have to one of the email addresses. Let me think. Maybe we make a new one. My angel is listening, but I'm coming up with the email address, not in this show, but soon. Because this one, for example, says on the back, I don't know, it says film crew. Yeah, if you can read it, I don't see the monitor. And this was actually t-shirts that I had really for my film crew, because when we are filming concerts, it's always important that my team wears something black so that you don't see them when the cameraman is on stage near Freddie or another band, Bon Jovi or Whitney Houston or what have you, and has something white. Then it catches in the other camera that's filming the stage of mine. So long story short, I was doing that because a lot of people usually forgot something, and also to for my team. So this is actually team shirts, but I'm gonna reproduce them. And I have a few nice sayings that I want to put on the back. One is, for example, we shoot for the stars, which obviously has a double meaning. And another one will be good videos are rare, but often by Doro. And things like that. In German, there's even a few more better ones, but I also think of maybe, but I have to clear that, of course, maybe having Doro t-shirts with some quotes of famous people. I mean, there would be, I'm just a rock and roll prostitute, my dear, if that is not existing already. Let me see what here. So Jackie, I hope I answered that. So Jackie also asks, I know Freddie left his home to marry. Can you see it happening that one day Mary would leave it so the home would be available for public tours like they did with Elvis Presley? I think I have the feeling that Freddie wouldn't like that, you know. I don't recall now precisely if we ever talked about Graceland and the cult on Elvis Presley, but I think that's actually what the Freddie Mercury Trust and all the people that are involved actually want to avoid. What I have done, and that's to my knowledge is still unreleased, I have filmed inside Garden Lodge for a few days right after Freddie passed, just to show how it was exactly, how he had it. I mean, of course not some rooms which were too private, but the sitting room and the kitchen, and there was a room with a lot of art from all around the world, and so that footage is existing. So Rebecca Ferretti from Italy, okay? I'm a Moonwalker and Michael Jackson fan, as well as a Freddie fan. I read on the internet a news that shocked me a lot. You produced the documentary Leaving Neverland, right? So you believe Michael Jackson's pedophilia charges. I would like it to know directly from you. If it's true, it would break my heart and lose all my esteem and admiration. I'm a huge fan of Michael, who loves and respects him the same way as Freddie. I will never believe anything he was accused of. Well, first of all, I did not produce Leaving Neverland. That's a lie. I never said that. I never. This is. You see how many things in the internet you cannot believe. So I have nothing to do with Leaving Neverland. I said in a few interviews that I saw the world premiere here in America on HBO television, home box office, and that because I worked with Michael, those two gentlemen who are now fathers of children, I filmed them. But when they were kids, and also when I did a documentary for Michael. I did several projects for Michael Jackson. One was a worldwide live concert that I directed. It was called World Premiere Live. And also video, documentaries, etc. But one project was a documentary was for him, and he always had a cameraman with him that filmed everything when everybody else had to leave. And when I did the documentary for Michael, he of course also gave me access to this footage that his cameraman was filming. And I saw things on that footage that, together with what these gentlemen said, I would not be so sure, Rebecca Ferretti, that all this is a lie. That's all I say to this topic. So then Iris from Bavaria. Which of your music videos did you like best about the produce and prepares the most fun? Oh my God. This is again, I'm asking, I'm making this quick because it's like asking which of your two sons. By the way, Ruby has a birthday soon on the 25th of June. Don't be surprised that I will be singing happy birthday for him in the post. I wanted to say tweet. Oh, by the way, I'm on Twitter too now. But on the post of the day, of course, I will dedicate the post to my glorious son. I have two glorious sons. And whenever Benny has his birthday, which is in October, I will do the same, of course, because fairness is important. Darlings, a lot of fun was a lot of Queen videos where, and I'm writing about this in my book, where Peter Freestone once had to dance like a swan, a classic dance figure, and once had to play Debbie for the breakthrough video. So, by the way, soon come. Okay, Silvia Bagni from Italy. Thank you so much for all you do for us. Your words are so important to me. I have a question for you about Falco, okay? I remembered him from the Kommissar. He was the first singer that we have in Italy singing in German. I was studying German in the period. My question, here we go. Thank you. Why do you think he became so famous in Italy? I think that only Nena would not. Okay, well, he actually, he sang once also half a song in Italian, Young Romans, Junge Römer. So I think he appealed just because of his style and everything. He appealed a lot to Italian fans, and therefore I think that was one reason. Now, because I mentioned Breakthrough and how fun it was with Peter, my friend Peter Freestone, who had to play Debbie, which I'm in detail talking about the book. Let's do the trivia in between, and then I change to some, because there was some older questions. Here I'm changing to some newer questions, and I'm seeing that the time is running. Okay. Darlings, as you know, the question was, and here we have again, I like it. I don't know where the microphone is on here, but anyways. So the question was, who played the beautiful woman, who also was laying on the tracks of the train in my video Breakthrough, in the Queen video, which I had the privilege to direct, Breakthrough. And the answer was, of course, Debbie or Deborah Lang. There was a lot of right answers. And what is the prize today is, unfortunately, I do not have present. There is one photograph of me with Queen in front of the train, but I don't have it here in Miami, and I don't have it in the computer. But this is what will be signed. It's a very nice one of the Miracle video with the boys. I'm in contact with most of the young boys here, which of course are in the meantime men. And of course we have, again, statistics. And soon somebody will own this, of course, with love and respect, dedicated to the name of the lady or gentleman. We have today a new winner, because, you know, there's usually a few countries always having a sort of many entries. And this time, USA. The USA won, and of the correct answers, 33% were American people who were sending the correct answers. Italy, which is always in the top 3, was unfortunately, or fortunately, I have to be fair, beaten. It's only 32%, only 1 percent point. So Roberto, if you get more of your people to write, then maybe next time again it's Italy. And what I like a lot is France. Again, very strong. I also seem to know why, because there are people supporting me in France. Also, I always repeat when I say France, in March, there is a Queen convention and I'm invited. I'm interested to go. I hope that I can finalize the arrangements. Canada, 4%. Argentina, 3%. Austria, 3%. Belgium, 2%. And the following countries have either 1% or 0.5, so 0.5%, which is Germany, Netherlands, Russia, Slovakia, Spain, Switzerland, Australia, Greece, England, UK, Japan, Lithuania, Malta, and Peru. Now, this is only, you see how, maybe I put it away. This is only the correct answers. You know what? I leave it. The correct answers, so probably more people are watching it. So let's see who is going to be the winner of this beautiful memorabilia. Also, make the suspense a little bit higher. I can tell you the new question. Yeah, I can tell you the new question. The new question for next week is, which 3 prominent rock stars were, I'm having here now a technical issue, which we are easily going to think. Which 3 prominent rock stars were originally considered to be in the gorilla costume for the video I'm Going Slightly Mad? So for next week, it's which 3 prominent rock stars were originally considered to be in the gorilla costume for the video I'm Going Slightly Mad. Just that we make it clear, this doesn't mean that the 3 or one of the 3, it means what it means. They were considered in the phase where the concept was done. I have told this story. It's on Rudi Dolezal's Doro TV, and I can also say, you probably know where. It's in Queen the Untold Stories, which is now not untold anymore. And the winner is Liliana Santana from Argentina. This is the winner of the memorabilia. Santana, I congratulate you. I congratulate you, Santana. It's like, I mean, I worked with Carlos Santana. Maybe you are a relative. Santana is a beautiful name. I love that. That shows that also the countries which have small percentages have a chance, because I don't know whom I'm picking. So, darling, Liliana Santana, Argentina, write to me or send an email to Trivia. With your address, with your email, and what you want to have on this, your exact name, what you want to have as for the dedication. I am a little bit behind with signing. I'm gonna do a signing session of the memorabilias and film it and have it soon on my YouTube channel, Rudi Dolezal's Doro TV. Okay. Back to a little bit of trivia. Debbie Mason, I would guess this is America, but she didn't state the country. You mentioned the night that Freddie, you and Barbara had a wild rock and roll night. Was it normal for Barbara to be crazy and take off her clothes? Yes. Not normal, but she did it quite a lot. She seemed one crazy fun lady. Yes, you're right, dear Debbie. Then Freddie was with Jim in 1987, so I'm to presume he wasn't faithful to Jim. Well, darlings, this is again, this is something even thought has been said. You know, I said this yesterday. I was doing interviews for Roberto. Hi, Roberto. Queen Recensioni fans, and also for one of the Queen fan clubs. I'm sure they will publicize it soon, and also for Germany. The thing is, some things that I know, I will never tell you. Why? Because it's none of your or even my business. I was the film director and the video director and the documentary director, and I was a friend. And in that capacity, in that situation, also the so-called inner circle, my latest chapter that I finished. I'm very, very happy. I saw things which I'm sure Freddie would not be happy that I tell everybody. You have this in your life as well. You have things private at home with your family, with your spouse, with your loved ones, with your children, which are nobody's business. So the thing is that we have again a technical issue, but I'm super routine these days. And the thing is, Paul, do you hear me again? Paul?
Yes.
Okay, good. We manage much more routine now, the technical problems. In the first one, oh my God, I was flipping out. This is after, what number do we have today? Is it 16?
17.
17, okay, this is Backstage 17. Good, so what I mean is I'm saying things in the book which I never have been said, but I'm not saying things in the book which I know. I'm at least telling as many stories not that I know as I'm telling. In other words, there are things which are too private. There are things which I know Freddie doesn't want to be out in public. And Freddie was a very private person. And talking of the book, Paul, are you ready for the little book video? Paul?
Yes.
Are you ready for the little book video?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I have prepared, I think you might have seen it, a little something for my book, and Paul is going to play this now. Darlings, my book on Freddie Mercury is a very, very personal project. I do it for two reasons. Number one, for you, Freddie Mercury's fans. I want to tell the untold stories, and I want to give you those untold stories. And then I do it because for years I have the feeling he wants me to do it. So please, come with me. Stay on this journey with my friend, Freddie. At the end, this heart, by the way, and the nail, that's from Crystal Pieri, the very, very talented and grandiose painter. She has done a really nice canvas painting of the famous picture of Freddie and mine. And she sent me that photograph, and I thought it's quite a nice ending. So, yes, the book. I mean, you know how much you encourage me when you pre-order, and it's really something that is really important to me. And therefore, if you haven't done it, please be so kind. That's all I'm saying. I'm putting all my heart into that. This is the main project now for many, many months. I'm very happy about it, that it became the main project. And I planned it in November, December, after, I always started and then had to interrupt because of films and videos I was doing. And in a way, the closure here in Miami, which was first a book closure and then became a Corona closure, was helping me a lot because I'm completely into it. I'm completely thinking, I'm having great ideas. And like, for example, doing the sitting room drawing, so that you guys can actually think where was what. I mean, if I was a fan, I would be happy. I'm sure there is articles and there is maybe it was done before, but thing is that it will be supervised by Mr. Peter Freestone, and so that's also a value in itself. I have new questions, and please, you will always have updates from my book, as you know, my posts. Isabella Karta from Poland asks me, how true you think is the beginning of Freddie and Jim? I mean, the circumstances they first met. This is true. Well, Freddie told me, Jim told me, Peter Freestone confirmed it. Why should it not be true? Yeah. Then, okay, this is because some of the things I've answered already, therefore I have to. Okay, Silvia from Italy says, I think Brian is a real leader because he's very rational as well as a great artist. Freddie was the best, a singer and frontman, so crazy and totally tied in his emotions. What is your question, darling? I think that their relationship was complicated when I read the words. Okay, oh, I see. This is a, these words are from Brian's heart from the song Mother Love. Okay, Mother Love. Well, if Sylvia, if you think that well, Mother Love, in my understanding, is a song about the love of mother, which I don't know what it has to do with Freddie, but anyway, could you speak about this in your Untold Stories? Okay, Untold Stories. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not I'm not sure what she means. I have to maybe read this slower. Untold Stories. I said last week that I'm going to do an Untold Story Part 2. Of course, now with questions, there's also, which I encouraged, people sending me stuff and saying, you know, what could be Untold Stories. I will only tell Untold Stories that I absolutely know and was part of. I will not, he said, she said, that's not Rudi Dolezal. Yeah. And that's also the whole reason for Backstage and for doing this. As you know, this is not a show for me. You're visiting me in my office. It's just like, you know, I was just writing before. You see that I'm very casual. I mean, sometimes I have nice, what's it? Hemden, I forgot the word. Shirts. Sometimes I have nice shirts, like in Australia. But today it's far too hot. Darlings, you remember I said that we got a little greeting from our friend Dana Gillespie. I always come back to her because she did sing the Backstage song and wrote it together with me and Wolfgang Grünzeug, by the way, who is an Austrian great musician, and he also produced it with me. So Dana, because you know, we have still a relationship. She's in London in the moment, in lockdown more or less, and I'm in Miami in the moment in lockdown. You know that we had this famous interview in the bathtub, post naked, many years ago, which was a scandal. So she sent me something, and dear Paul, I hope you hear me. She sent me something which she's recording little videos in her garden, in her front garden, in front of her house, which is a very beautiful house. And here now, Paul, we send a little video message from my friend Dana Gillespie, coming from London.
Hi, this is Dana Gillespie sitting here with Jake Zeitz in the front garden, just running through some songs. Here's another one for you called Funk Me, It's Hot. It's from the I Rest My Case album. I've been around, I'm experienced, and I've lived my life to the full. But I can't explain what's happening to me, though I sure can feel that pull. Like a moth to a flame, I'm yearning, I'm burning up, there ain't no turning back. Whatever it is, it's getting hot in here, and I feel I'm about to crack. Funk me, it's hot. What sort of fever have I got? Funk me, it's hot. Is it me or is it what? Something strange is going on, though I can't see it with my eyes. But there's some kind of fire, and it's taking me higher, and I can feel it, feel my temperature rise. Oh, funk me, it's hot. What sort of fever have I got? Funk me, it's hot. Funk me now, give it all you got. Something strange is going on, and I don't think I fantasize. But there's some kind of fire, and it's taking me higher, and I can feel it, feel my temperature rise. Oh, funk me, it's hot. What sort of fever have I got? Funk me, it's hot. Funk me now, give it all you got. Funk me now. Oh, funk me, it's hot. What sort of fever have I got? Funk me, it's hot. Funk me now, give it all you got. Tell me when it's true, can you feel it too? And I don't think I fantasize. Cause there's some kind of fire, and it's taking me higher, and I can feel it, feel my temperature rise. Oh, funk me, it's hot. What sort of fever have I got? Funk me, it's hot. Funk me now, give it all you got. Funk me, it's hot. Funk me now till you hit the spot. Funk me, it's hot. Funk me now, give it all you got. Funk me. Right.
Yeah, thank you, Dana. This is sort of, she's sending the little video postcards, as I call that. There will, as I said, also come others. And we continue with some Q&As. If I'm not mistaken, we still have something like 20 minutes or so. Alice Blanchin from France asks me, could you please tell us how the fans were chosen to participate in the video Friends Will Be Friends? That's very easy. This was done through the Queen fan club. Jackie Gunn had a role in this, and Jim Beach, of course. Could be that there was also something with the radio. But I might mix that up with the boys for Miracle. Definitely the Queen fan club. I mean, what happened was it was about 1,000 people, and what they got, which was something to remember, is they received a T-shirt which said something like "I was there. I was part of the Friends Will Be Friends shoot." And then I think there was people even sending me that they still have the disposition of Doro. When I said when what starts. So maybe we gave out this as well as for people to remember, which is a great thing for fans. So now then because some of the questions are repeating itself now during the video. Okay, Nurul Rasifa from Indonesia. Thank you. Nurul Rasifa from Indonesia says the Indonesian fans want to know about the sequel to Bohemian Rhapsody. Is there really a sequel and when? Now, I was causing some confusion a year ago or something, or some time, when I said when I was misquoted in an interview, because I said something in the neighborhood of it might not be a coincidence that the film ended with Live Aid. And some people made the assumption that I mean that there is definitely a sequel. I have nothing to do with that. I am not involved. And I also I'm not supposed to talk about it because this is a different crew and a different team, and Jim Beach and his people know or talk about it whenever they want. One can wish as a fan and say we would like to have a sequel, fine, but I have no inside information and I cannot talk about it. But I'm very, very proud that Indonesia has that in Indonesia there are fans of Rudi Dolezaj. Thank you very much, Nurul. Serena Flores said, I would like you to talk about the untold stories of Queen, Rolling Stones, Bruce Springsteen. Hey, that's a great idea. Well, I have to make a mark. You see, I'm getting Serenella. Paul, make a note. That's a good idea. Why don't we do Rolling Stones, the untold stories? Oh, yeah. Or Bruce Springsteen. Well, yeah, Bruce Springsteen says everything out. So then Anne Hetu says, memories around Freddie's friendship with Dave Clark. I know he was a friend to the end. Literally, I saw him at the background of the making of Dave's video. Of course, yeah. Anything you remember would be awesome. I'm a huge Dave Clark fan as well. Well, this goes again into the private section. I mean, what we all know and what was great was obviously the collaboration, the artistic collaboration on the Time project between Dave Clark and Freddie. Dave Clark put something really great together, and I was privileged to direct the Time video for Freddie's solo career. And in that respect, I also, of course, had a lot to do with Dave. And Dave was around and was also around at the very end or at the end time. But that's about it. I sort of, what I can, in my book, I'm describing a very funny scene, how we were developing the concept for the Time video, and that happened with Dave Clark was present and some other people involved were present. So Elisabetta Arcetti, as Italy, could be that this is the lady from the fan club. I think I've seen her. Question: is there anything you had to accept in the making of videos with Queen that you did not agree with? Maybe something the band wanted and you did not like? No. The collaboration with Queen was always very friendly, and it was always a give and take, and it was a creative partnership, not only with Freddie, also with Brian, Roger, and John, depending on who wrote the song. As I told before, Queen had a rule at the time, of the original Queen with Freddie, that the person who wrote the song had the biggest say in the video. So that started with sometimes even choosing the director, and that also continued in the concept and what is done. Another question from Elisabetta: what would you have changed in the movie Bohemian Rhapsody? Something you really did not like, and what did you like most? What I like most on Bohemian Rhapsody is that it introduces the fantastic Queen music to new generations. And for that, I have to say my great respect to everybody who was involved in the movie, Jim Beach, Brian, Roger. That was great. I'm usually not criticizing other directors out in public. I was talking with Brian around the world premiere and Roger about things, but this is between them and me. This is insider talk, sort of from filmmaker to filmmaker. I'm still thinking and not sure whether or not I will write about Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, in my book. I'm not sure yet. You made the video. This is Stéphane Bonfoy. Oh my God, she's my French #1 fan, Stéphane. Hello, Stéphane. I love you. You made the video for the song No One But You. Did you feel at the time that John Deacon was going to end his career? Well, not to end his career, but I felt that John Deacon was thinking that Queen comes to an end. That's what I felt around that, and I think I told this before, that John mentioned to me that he thinks Queen died when Freddie Mercury died. And if you might have noticed, when Queen is on tour these days, Mr. John Deacon is not on bass. Okay, darlings, this is at least the first of a Q&A Rudy Backstage with a little bit extra. I think, you know, some little things. Paul, did I forget something? Well, I mean, you know that the pre-order of my book, there are still people who are asking me, yeah, okay, contacts, good, yeah, myfriendfreddie.com is where it's in red here, is where it's my website, and thank you, Angel, she helped me doing it, and I really would be pleased if you, it's very simple when you go on it. I really would be pleased if you pre-ordered if you haven't done it. Then you have backstage.trivia. This is where the trivia question, don't forget the trivia question of this week is, which 3 prominent rock stars were originally considered to be in the gorilla costume for the video I'm Going Slightly Mad? And you send the answer to backstage.trivia@gmail.com. Then you have backstage.qa@gmail.com. This is where you send new questions for Q&A so I can answer them. And if you are an artist and you don't want to send it to me, you can also use backstage.art, rudyart@gmail.com. That's if you want to send art, but you can also send the art directly to my outlets. And backstage.runrudyrun@gmail.com. And thank you, Paul, you can go back to me. That's the one where I would kindly ask you, and I haven't done this in a while. I mean, I'm doing it every day, but I haven't asked for videos. Go and do Run Rudy Run like Rudy every day, and make a little video and send it to me. Because what we are about to do, Paul and myself, is that we are going to edit together the most different languages and cultures of all the Run Rudy Run videos which have been sent in. I mean, it's now really quite a long time, and also my alcohol-free and smoke-free time, which I'm both and all 3 very proud of. Darlings, stay safe, especially here in America. I'm very worried. There were 3,000 new corona infections yesterday just in Florida. And where I am physically, Miami and Florida is going to be the new epicenter, which I unfortunately predicted. I am not happy that I was right. I would have so wished that I'm wrong. But I'm safe. You don't have to worry. I know that I have fans and friends and followers out there who, if worst comes to the worst, as we say in German, would stand behind me. I thank you very, very much. I want to thank my friend Paul being in Vienna, and my associate producer Beth in Cleveland, Ohio, and all the other people who are contributing, and all the other viewers like you who are making this possible by simply having the interest of visiting Rudy. So again, you know my 3 wishes. I've said it today already, but I'm happy to repeat it always. If you haven't done it, please pre-order my book. It's only $10 or €10, and you get an autographed and for 15 even a dedicated book, which is the first time in the book history that somebody like me does that while he's still finishing it. Number two, please get as many people as you can to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because if we have more subscribers, we can get a better programming. We can maybe even also get sponsors, and that helps of growing the channel. Don't forget that the first 2,500, we are not there yet, will get a friendship certificate in gold. So it really makes sense. It's going to be signed by me. And then never. Please, never. No. Please, never miss Sunday, Rudy Backstage. And I say thank you very much for listening. I hope you liked it. Love and respect.
You wanna know what goes on backstage? Oh, come on. Let me take you by the hand. Ow!
Rudy, are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
The way I see it, Barry, this should be a very dynamite show.
You know, I have no idea what the name of this program is, but you're watching it.
Backstage.
All you ever want,
Backstage.
all you ever need.
Backstage.
Your dreams will be fulfilled once you are there. You'll never wanna leave. You wanna sell your ass for that backstage pass. Backstage is just for the invited. Backstage, they've laid on everything